Stephen Hawking dies at 76. His mind roamed the cosmos. Stephen Hawking, the Cambridge University physicist and best-selling author who roamed the cosmos from a wheelchair, pondering the nature of gravity and the origin of the universe and becoming an emblem of human determination and curiosity, died early Wednesday at his home in Cambridge, England. He was 76. A university spokesman confirmed the death. Not since Albert Einstein as a scientist who captured the public imagination and endeared himself to tens of millions of people around the world. Mikio Kaku, a professor of theoretical physics at the City University of New York, said in an interview. Dr. Hawking did that largely through his book, A Brief History of Time, From the Big Bang to Black Holes, published in 1988. It has sold more than 10 million copies and inspired a documentary film by Errol Morris. His own story was the basis of an award-winning 2014 feature film, The Theory of Everything. Scientifically, Dr. Hawking will be best remembered for a discovery so strange that it might be expressed in the form of a Zen koan. When is a black hole not black? When it explodes. What is equally amazing is that he had a career at all. As a graduate student in 1963, he learned that he had amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, a neuromuscular wasting disease also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. He was given only a few years to live. The disease reduced his bodily control to the flexing of a finger and voluntary eye movements, but left his mental faculties untouched. He went on to become his generation's leader in exploring gravity and the properties of black holes, the bottomless gravitational pits so deep and dense that not even light can escape them. That work led to a turning point in modern physics, playing itself out in the closing months of 1963. On the walls of his brain, when Dr. Hawking set out to apply quantum theory, the weird laws that govern subatomic reality, to black holes. In a long and daunting calculation, Dr. Hawking discovered to his befuddlement that black holes, those mythological avatars of cosmic doom, were not really black at all. In fact, he found they would eventually fizzle, leaking radiation and particles, and finally explode and disappear over the eons. Nobody, including Dr. Hawking, believed it at first. That particles could be coming out of a black hole. I wasn't looking for them at all, he recalled in 1978. I merely dripped over them. I was rather annoyed. That calculation, in a thesis published in 1974 in the journal Nature under the title Black Holes Explosions, is hailed by scientists as the first great landmark in the struggle to find a single theory of nature, to connect gravity and quantum mechanics, those warring descriptions of the large and small, to explain a universe that seems stranger than anybody had thought. The discovery of Hawking radiation, as it is known, turned black holes upside down. It transformed them from destroyers to creators, or at least to recycles, and wrenched the dream of a final theory in a strange new direction. You can ask what will happen to someone who jumps into a black hole, Dr. Hawking said. I certainly don't think he will survive it. On the other hand, if we send someone off to jump into a black hole, neither he nor his constituent atoms will come back, but his mass energy will come back. Maybe that applies to the whole universe. Dennis Sharma, a cosmologist and Dr. Hawking's thesis advisor at Cambridge, called Hawking's thesis in Nature the most beautiful paper in the history of physics. Edward Witten, a theorist at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, said, "Trying to understand Hawking's discovery better has been a source of much fresh thinking for almost 40 years now, and we are probably still far from fully coming to grips with it. It still feels new." In 2002, Dr. Hawking said he wanted the formula for Hawking radiation to be engraved on his tombstone. He was a man who pushed the limits, in his intellectual life, to be sure, but also in his professional and personal lives. He traveled the globe to scientific meetings, visiting every continent, including Antarctica, wrote best-selling books about his work, married twice, fathered 3 children, and was not above appearing on The Simpsons, Star Trek, and The Big Bang Theory. He celebrated his 16th birthday by going up in a hot air balloon. The same week, he also crashed his electric-powered wheelchair while speeding around a corner in Cambridge, breaking his leg. In April 2007, a few months after his 65th birthday, he took part in a zero-gravity flight aboard a specially equipped Boeing 727, a padded aircraft that flies a roller coaster